creating a callback function that's going to multiply and return back getting the factorial value of a particular variable that's passed in within the parameters of the function. Set up a formula to calculate the factorials of each given number. So zero would be a factorial, and then we're going to increment these by 1 here. So this is going to be returning back all of the factorials for all the way up to 5. So what a factorial does is it takes all of the positive integers that are then less than or equal to the number. For example, a factorial of 5 would be 5 times 4 times 3 times 2 times 1. So the output should be 120. We're going to calculate this as a formula within the Google Apps Script. So under extensions, select Apps Script. That will open up the Apps Script editor. And then I'm going to create some custom functions for the Apps Script editor. So that was just some previous code, and create that function. And I'll just call it factorial value. So it's going to take a 1 parameter in as the value, and that's going to be the value from the cell. So checking to see if the value of val is equal to 0. And if it is equal to 0, then we return back a value of 1. Otherwise, we're going to take the value, and then we're going to just run the factorial and just do a callback function into itself and return back the value of n times whatever the factorial value is. So we're going to be passing that and then subtracting n minus 1. So the result here will be, it will continue to call the function using the callback function within itself, and that will be returning back a multiplying effect on the value that was inserted in. So for example, if we do like a test function, and this is just for testing purposes, we can set up a value of 4, and then we can use the logger and output the factorial value, and this should actually be val. So it's another way to debug the application, and just creating a quick test function just to make sure that all your values are right. So it's going to return back a value of 24, and the result here is that within the logger log we can set the whatever the current value is, and we'll output that also in the log. So the value of 4, 3, 2, 1, and then we're returning back the added together values of all of these, and that's where the callback is. So let's try this out within the sheets as a formula. So setting the output, we run the function for the formula, and then use the function name that we have just created within Apps Script, and then we need 1 parameter, so that's going to be the number there. So just select that and hit equals. So it's returning back 1 because it's already a value of 0. And then so we've got all of those factorial values. So we can actually just increment this to whatever value we want, and that formula is always going to be working, returning back the next values into it. So these are all of the factorial values all the way up to 8. You can add in additional numbers, you can update the input numbers, and that's going to return back the different results. And that's all done with the 1 callback function.